Alrighty, so here is my attempt to summarize HubSpot's Content Hub in under 5 minutes. So long gone is the CMS Hub, or the Content Management System Hub, being replaced by the Content Hub, which features some of the same old tools like blog and landing page, which we're really familiar with, but the new and enhanced versions of some of these functions absolutely infused with AI, which allows marketers to create, generate, and share and promote content all throughout the buying journey, because we know that content doesn't just get used at the beginning, middle, or end. It gets used absolutely every single place in that journey. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First up is the brand voice. Now, this is a pretty cool functionality which basically allows you to keep consistency with your content across all the different places that you might use content in Content Hub. So what you want to do is go over to settings, into your account defaults, and then into your brand kit. And if you haven't done it yet, make sure you generate your brand voice. And with this, what you're going to do is grab a sample piece of text, bring it into the brand voice analyzer here. You're going to give it a sample of text that it is. So in this case, it's an article and a target audience sample. So just something in here about who it is that we're trying to talk to. Then we're going to basically give you a personality and a tone. So this is after HubSpot's AI has a read through all of the stuff that you've just provided it. And essentially, once you're done, you can go further into your brand voice settings to give it a company mission for further context on that brand voice, and then decide what channels you want to use it in. So blog, email pages, social, and whatnot. And so what that actually looks like is when you're in a blog editor like this, you can highlight the little piece of copy that you want to apply your brand voice, right click on the little AI function that opens up, click apply brand voice, and then that's what exactly will happen. AI will infuse the brand voice into this copy here. Moving right along, we now have our AI blog generation tool. So we've had AI assistant pop its head in and out here for subject lines and little pieces of copy with inside our blogs, but now we have a full-on AI blog generation tool. So you'll notice top right there, it's the little AI icon, diamond, generate blog post. We're going to click that and go straight into our blog generator. And what it's going to do is prompt us to give the blog topic or idea. Now, you can type that in yourself, or again, you can use AI to generate the ideas. Then you're going to optionally put in some keywords and then select your country or target region. HubSpot's going to do its percolating thing that it does to figure out what's going on to get you a blog title. And then it's going to offer you a bunch of different blog titles. What I really like about this is that it's going to give you monthly search volume over on the right there, difficulty to rank, and keyword intent, all powered by SEM or SEMrush. These are really cool. Once you've decided which one you want to use, which one's going to make the most sense for the blog article that you want to create, you select that, and then HubSpot will go off and the AI will then start to determine your blog post outline. This is what that's going to look like. It's going to give you a title, a description, an image description, paragraph headers. Obviously, you can edit every single piece of these items here, and it is highly recommended that you edit a lot of this stuff. At least give it a really good review. Don't rely on the AI to do all the work for you. You are still the strategic content creator. Once you've done your blog generation, it will literally spit out a blog for you. This has also spat out an image for me. And on blogs, you can also now use blog narration. So select a voice and an option to have viewers to listen to your blog as well as read. And there are member blogs, which hide content from searchable AI, cookies and tracking, and allow to have exclusive content to members. Moving through, we've got the content remix function. This is a really cool tool, which basically, if you're familiar with hub and spoke method, allows you to have one piece of key content and then build off a bunch of spoke or smaller pieces of content based off of that one. So this is kind of what it looks like here. If I've got a blog post up top, I can select what content I want to use across the content remix, and then it will essentially spit out a content remix for me. Again, using the brand voice and AI assistant through all of this stuff here to really help us make the most and take advantage of a blog post or a landing page or a campaign that I've created in the past. Moving right along to multi-language management for content. So on your landing pages, on your blogs, if you right click and click create multi-language variation, in this case here, I'm selecting French. What it's going to do is, using AI, generate the same blog post, but in that language that you selected. How amazing. Next up is content embed. So these are for my people that are using WordPress as an example still for their content management system, and they want to be able to use dynamic content on their WordPress. So we've always had smart content in HubSpot for a long time, but now what we can do is use that particular module and then embed it wherever we want it to be very seamlessly. So we create our content, let's say a pricing function or a team member function. We turn it into a smart piece of content. We go into our WordPress CMS as an example here, using the HubSpot Content Embed plugin or widget there. We can select what embed content item we want and then simply put it into our non-HubSpot hosted content. Still, as a marketer, I can edit the content in HubSpot. Therefore, I'm not having to log into a CMS platform constantly. And like our forms, if I'm editing them in HubSpot, they're automatically going to update on the WordPress or CMS wherever I've got that smart content visible. Finally is podcast. So if you've had podcasts in beta in your platform for a little while, it is here. It's ready to go. So basically what you can do is either upload an existing audio or generate audio from text directly in HubSpot. Here's an example of one. And then in your episode details, give it a title, show notes. Use the AI generator to create an image for you. You can see my example over here on the right. Prompt probably needs a little bit more work, but again, don't rush it. Give it the time that it needs. Have a play, and then it turns it into a podcast. So finally, here's a really good list of all of the tools that came out of the Content Hub release. Too many to note, but I've definitely done this under 5 minutes. If you're interested in learning more or understanding how you can leverage HubSpot Content Hub for your sales and marketing efforts, you definitely have to get in contact with me. But I hope you've enjoyed understanding HubSpot's new Content Hub in under 5 minutes.